Today we're going to take an evaluation of where I'm at with my bone density, with my blood, also with my fat. And we're going to take me and hopefully transform me into something I should be, and not what I am. Well, you know, I travel a lot, and there was an article in a magazine. I start reading. I was looking for something to do, but medically, so I can be medically confident in what I'm doing. Because at my age, at 60, 62, I feel I should be under some supervision if I'm going to do anything. So I read the article on Cenegenics, and we contacted them, and that's where we're at.
So Rudy Reuttiger is the famous Notre Dame football player who was too small and not capable of making the team, but with his heart changed the whole image of how you can do whatever you choose to do if you work hard enough at it. And he spent the last several decades teaching people motivational things. He's a motivational speaker, but in doing that he's had a lot of travels and a lot of stress on his life, so he hasn't really paid much attention to his health. So today he's here to choose to make a change in his life from that of one who doesn't really pay much attention to his nutrition and his preventive health, and he's going to go through the Cenegenics Executive Health Evaluation. That's a comprehensive evaluation. We've already done over 100 blood tests on him. He's filled out a 25-page questionnaire, so we know what his history is, and now he's going to go through a series of testing. We'll measure his strength, his flexibility, his body fat, his bone density, his ability to exercise by measuring the fuel that his body uses, which is oxygen consumption. We'll measure the strength of his legs. He'll go through a mental acuity test so we see whether or not he has the same ability to remember and to function that a 20-year-old does. And then we'll sit down and go over all of his results and look at his nutrition, his health habits, his risk factors, and we'll design a program for him that will transform his life, literally, if he decides that he wants to become healthy at any age. And he's, I believe Rudy's in his early 60s, and he is going to embark on a program where over the course of the next years to months to years, we will teach him exercise, teach him how to eat. Since he's on the road, we have to teach him not only how to eat on the road, but also when he's at home. And instead of putting him on a diet, we'll modify his nutritional plan so he's following a Cenegenics Food Diamond program. He will be contacted by our exercise physiologist and our nutritionist on an ongoing basis. We'll follow his blood work. We'll look at all the vitamins that he needs to take and the nutraceuticals, and then he will have a continuous follow-up with us. We usually contact our patients at least once a month, so he'll get about 12 touches throughout the year. And over the course of time, we'll see how his transformation is, what his life is like now versus what it'll be like in the future. And whatever his risk factors are, we're working on reversing those. So we're primarily an age management preventive medicine clinic. Our major objective is to change the paradigm of medicine from a disease-oriented system where people wait to get sick and then they're treated with drugs to a proactive health system. And we've been in business for 12 years. We have over 20,000 patients in our system. We have currently 10 centers around the United States, and we're trying to change the mindset and the consciousness of the American public to look at themselves from a proactive point of view rather than a reactive point of view. So it's an exciting time for us to see how he does and maybe make a new film on Rudy. Who knows?
Well, I'm going to gain three things from this. Number one, people care. and they care about other people. I think that's important. And number two, which I really like, the preventive. Very, very important preventive procedures that you need to take. And more importantly for me as a person, I want to be around people who want to be preventive for diseases and health, and so this is an important step for me.
I have a very strong feeling, because of knowing what he did before, that he's going to be very dedicated to this program, and he's going to be very, very successful. And I think in 6 months or a year, you're going to take photos of him and you're not going to recognize it's the same man. And I think he's going to be talking to you like, I feel much better than I ever did before. I know that from personal experience. You know, I made my transformation when I was 34, when I was doing heart surgery, and at the time I thought I was healthy, and I was only 34 years old, and there was nothing wrong with me, but I was physically deconditioned. Rudy's physically deconditioned. I was overweight. Rudy's overweight. But today, many years later, I'm not physically deconditioned. I'm not overweight. I don't, you know, I live a healthy lifestyle. I live the things that Cenegenics physicians live. We believe in what we do, that's why we do it. And so I think the future for health is for us to recognize that our children are not going to outlive their parents unless we as parents change our lifestyles. If we change our lifestyles, they'll follow suit. Right now we have an epidemic of diabetes, we have an epidemic of obesity in our children. They're physically inactive, and they're not doing so well mentally. It's not like they're competing in the world. We're trying to change their way of learning, but reality is we've taken away physical activity. We need to put that back into the population of children, where they used to go out and play ball and have fun and laugh instead of sitting behind a computer or with their phones sending text messages to each other. They need to get up, get active, and reduce their body fat. And that's basically what Cenegenics is about, teaching them how to live a healthy lifestyle. So once we get Rudy, we'll go after the kids. And I think we'll do what we said we were going to do. We'll change medicine in the world, not just in this country, in the world.
Hey.
Hey.
I think you're ready, right?
Come on in.
Good morning.
And pretty much the way these gases are flowing, we could see if there's any cardiovascular or pulmonary issues.
Got it.
Okay? We can help you find a trainer.
I got
if you do have a trainer, we will work with your trainer so that
Got
we're
you.
all working together,
Working
so that your
together.
trainer will know
I got
what
it.
our goals are, your goals are, and we can all be a team.
Super.
Okay, so that's not an issue at all.
Okay.
In case you do during the course of the day, it's right here. And we're going in here.
Oh, you got the ball and everything.
Okay, step on up, please. Okay, you are 235. Okay, you can step on down.
What am I?
I have you at 5, 6.5.
Oh, that's good.
What I have you do is just bring your arms straight back until your fingers touch the wall. Can you get them all the way? Good. Okay, now just go like a goalpost. And keeping your elbows on the wall and maintaining that 90-degree angle, just rotate your arms down so your fingers touch. Excellent. Actually, every time you're bending forward, you're stretching your hamstrings.
Okay.
Okay? So whenever you're ready. Good. right now this is doing a full body scan for his body fat. So before, when we did the calipers, we were just getting the surface fat. Come in. And we were just getting the surface fat, and now it's a full body scan where it's getting not just the surface fat, but also the visceral fat, the fat that's underneath the muscle, between the organs. So this number will be higher of body fat than the caliper number.
Slow it down.
No, he's
Nice
fine.
music.
He's fine. Do what you're doing. 140 over 80. Swallow for me. Take a big breath through your mouth. Out. Another one.
It's very educational for me as a person my age. Find out, okay, I'm not that bad, but I have a lot of work to do.
Today again?
Yep.